The United States is in like a crystal castle right now. And the best evidence for this is that Democrats are siding with MAGA Republicans to end the filibuster and pass a new budget. And so, a sort of reasonable presupposition you might make is that, Democrats and Republicans, any lawmaker anywhere in the world should be able to walk through and sort of describe or tell you how a budget or how institutions, how the regime works for different people, different stages of their lives, doing different things. And with Donald Trump, there's been this idea uh, since 2015 that you almost have magic working in the world, that you do things and systems and processes, communities, your home changes because of some unknown force that's yet to be described by nature. And so this is why I say we're almost in this sort of like crystal castle situation or scenario where it's like, well, I can't quite see all the way up to what Donald Trump is working on. And I'm also not sure if I am truly actually looking down so far to see what campaigns of murder and death he is actually asking human civilization to undertake. And so, yeah, I do think that, this isn't an example of bipartisanship. Uh, you know, it's not an example of bipartisanship because there hasn't been any discussion about representation. There's no appeal to Federalist writings and what the job of a lawmaker is supposed to be like. And there's been no appeal to Federalist writings in history as to what the role of a president is supposed to be like. And yeah, the hard, stark reality is there's actually no such thing as a crystal castle in politics. There's no such thing as um, some sort of platform that is so beyond reproach because people believe in it. And very boringly starts hitting you in the face when when you see little things like education or utilities or random food and water security issues start popping up, and you're like, oh, well, what is going to happen? And you start realizing that the political animal that was talked about by Hobbes, talked about by Aristotle, really doesn't vote, really doesn't vote to uh, toward like a moral end of a society just because someone says it does this. Just because someone says you're doing this